out of his house and got raided by the Miami Beach police, and they confiscated a bunch of guitars, a piano, a bunch of stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Riffs and Rhythms Podcast. Please sit well down in your seats and keep your hands and feet inside the episode at all times. My name is Kevin McLoughlin. This is
Paul Robertson, and Happy New Year, brother.
Yeah, right? It's
holy.
almost
I know.
the new year.
Drinking champagne, but we'll settle for some whiskey.
The champagne of whiskeys.
That's right. Yeah. So there's the 20.
It's not quite a new year. By the time you watch this, it'll probably be a new year.
By the time you wake up, right? So
Right? So how was your 2025?
was I don't know. That's tough. You know, we've both been through a lot this year. It was obviously it started off not obviously what we expected, but here we are.
It's been a long year.
It has. It's been
Got bugs flying around you. You should brush your teeth more often.
No, because I didn't really shower. Actually, to be honest, I really didn't shower today. I've been underneath trying to fix the sink and at home. But yeah,
Did it work?
No.
No.
I'm just gonna buy a new house. I think.
Throw the whole house away.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, that's like people that say, "Well, there's spiders in their house." Oh no, I'm burning that down, and I'm just moving on.
Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah, it has been a really. I feel like looking back now, a long year. I mean, do we say that every year at the end of the year?
No,
you look
usually
back?
the year has flown by, but this
Yeah.
one feels like a long time ago.
I
Yeah,
feel the opposite. I feel like it's been really fast.
you're young.
Certain aspects of this has gone. I mean, well, February, my father passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Your father passed
Yep.
away in
February at the end
February.
of February. Yep.
Yeah. In April and May, or May and June, was it? I did my first ever UK tour. That seems like eons ago.
Was that this year?
Yeah, 2025.
Oh my God, that does not feel like it.
Yeah. And what else has happened?
I mean, we did our trip, our big family summer trip, and then we went on up to New York and did all the Philadelphia. You know, that was my youngest son's graduation family trip that we did. So he graduated high school this year, and yeah, same thing. I got another kid in college now, and I'm not an empty nester yet. So, but two in college, and
Two in college,
it's
it's
just.
Does your wife get any sleep?
No.
Yeah.
So I think she's at home actually trying to work on that sink actually. So
Yeah, and like my second album has been under construction for nearly the entire year. It's been surrounded by orange barrels.
I think about all the blues stuff that we've been involved.
All the
my
blues
God.
stuff that we've done. We did we had the beginning of the year. Jake Walden went to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done a bunch of blues events. We started a monthly blues event, which we're in like months in a row now.
Yep.
Many months in a row. And then we got new international blues challengers sending. We got Mike Farrow and Apostolic Floyd that are going to Memphis next year.
In a few weeks, yeah.
We're planning a huge festival to happen in March.
Yep. Check that out. Jupiter Double Roads.
A huge blues festival in Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the second annual Big Blues Bash being put on at Double Roads.
Yep. So, yeah, it's been a lot. You look back and say, what did we accomplish? And, did we do what we wanted to do? And, we're still
highlight of this year, though, is that normally I'm the guitar player and homeless as a result until I get a girlfriend.
How's that working out?
Great, because I've had a home this whole year, and my girlfriend became homeless.
Oh.
And I got to house her.
Oh, okay.
But then it went away because she bought a house.
Oh, so now you're back to being homeless?
So now she's getting free demo out of me.
Oh, yeah. She put you to good use.
She's putting me to good use. Smart girl.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
But you know what? we've got a guest.
Yeah, we do. I guess we should.
We should at least
bring him
recognize
into
the
the
fact that he's
conversation.
here.
Yeah. So
Paul, you know this person better than I do.
yeah, I do. So let me introduce to the podcast here. I've known this person for a while. Actually, this may be the first time we actually met. Actually, or it's been a while. Actually, it's been quite a minute. But on the podcast,
Wait. You know him better than I do, and you just met him?
I know him through other intermediaries.
It's kind of fucked up. Huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. It's like, pen pals.
Well, he and I go back like minutes now, so maybe I'm on equal ground.
You could be, actually, yeah. But let's introduce to the podcast JP Dragon. How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me out. And,
Yeah.
I know I had to fill in the shoes of somebody else, so I wasn't really a scheduled guest, so it's okay, though.
No, hey, all good.
No less important.
Yeah, for sure. So, no, definitely appreciate you coming. I know we were just recently just talking about the show, right? I know we were in a text thread group with another party, who connected. How we met through you and I met through this person, and talked about the podcast. And this person knows I'm in music, and I've known them for a long time. You've known them for, I guess, all your life, right?
Pretty much,
Yeah. Okay. So, and I've known for a long time that you've done a lot of music, right? And even within the last year or so, you've done the 561 podcast as well.
Yep.
So you do. So it's like, oh well, yeah. Well, let's get JP on the podcast and talk about what he's up to, and he's a local guy too, and all that. So
Glad to be here. Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah.
So, where I guess just go right to it. It's like you've been in music for a long time. You're exposed to music and got into music. I mean, where did that actually start though? Where was that?
So my dad bought a guitar for me when I was about 4 years old. He went to a City of Miami Beach auction, and Andy Gibbs, the youngest of the Bee Gees brothers, was dealing cocaine out of his house and got raided by the Miami Beach police, and they confiscated a bunch of guitars, a piano, a bunch of stuff. My dad ended up purchasing an upright Wurlitzer spinet piano, and that was in the family for many, many years. It's still in the family, actually. It's at my uncle's house in Satellite Beach. And I ended up with a DiGiorgio classical guitar, something that was like totally, at the time, I mean, it was way too big for me to play. The neck on it's like this, the action's like that too. It's just a bear of a guitar to play, but it's got this beautiful sound. It like sings to you when you just strum it. And
I gotta stop you right there. The only thing more rock and roll than a piano is a rock and roll piano that was obtained through confiscation due to a drug bust.
I know that's probably
and a cocaine, probably the early 80s, right?
yeah.
Oh, that is so
exactly.
rock and roll.
That's a first, actually. I think
Did your dad take all? Well, the cops took all the bags out of the piano.
Was
I'm
there any
sure.
residue on it?
No, I was like 15, 16 years old, and I found a bag in there. No.
Andy Gibb Coke.
Yeah.
Twice as much.
That's
The
right.
good shit, yeah.
Different kind of ivory.
Yeah, that stuff. That stuff will definitely keep you alive, right? So,
Yeah, right.
No, it was only his brothers that stayed alive.
Probably
What did he
kill
do?
you, yeah.
What was his big thing? Andy Gibb.
Was it
Jive talking.
Barry, Maurice, and Andy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. Well, then who was the younger brother that had his own solo career?
That was Andy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So it's Barry, Maurice, and somebody else. And then Andy. There was four Gibb brothers.
Bob.
altogether.
I don't know. Bob.
yeah.
Yeah. Bob Gibson. I don't know.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Gibby Gibson.
Yeah. Debbie Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's a interesting way to acquire some music stuff. Huh?
And at first, I couldn't play it. It hurt, and I hated it. And then when I was about 6 or 7, my dad got me lessons. I could be fudging the timeline up here because I'm horrible with time. I just,
Now I know you. Right. So you're talking
Barry, Robin, and Maurice.
Oh,
were the Bee
Robin.
Gees.
That's it. Okay. So that's it. So
And then Andy was the other.
the other.
So let's look up Andy and see what his song was. I'm
So-
sorry, as you work, go ahead.
Is he still alive, Andy?
No, you can. Andy Gibb, I remember Andy Gibb because when he was had a very public relationship with Victoria Principal.
Oh, okay.
And
Good for him.
she said, you got if you're gonna, it's either me or the drugs, and he dumped her. I was
Jeez.
like, wow, that's being a junkie hardcore.
Wow.
Rock and roll.
You do sound for him?
No,
Okay. So
but I was a bigger fan of Victoria Principal than I was of Andy Gibb. So
I
that's why
definitely
remember.
understand that, man. So
Me too.
Kevin's did a lot of sound work.
Oh,
in
okay.
his earlier days.
Nice.
So, a lot
Hence
of
your
touring.
ability to be able to engineer and produce your own
Correct.
album at Full Sail, no less.
Yeah, my expertise is more in the live area, but I mean, the knobs still turn inside and as well as they do outside.
Cool. Yeah,
I just want to be your everything is his big song.
I think that
can't
could-
say I've heard that one.
Oh, you have. When you
maybe
hear
I-
it, you'll be like, oh, I hate that song.
Oh, okay.
sounds like you should cover it.
Right? Let's just real quick.
Put that
we'll
on the
listen to it.
album.
Just so.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah,
now.
we better not.
There you go.
'Cause There's a lot of
Yeah, so-
publishing power
yeah.
behind that
Can
song.
you somebody hum that for us so we don't get dings? So, but
That's it,
there you
everybody.
go. That's it. You missed it. No, that's down in Miami because you grew up in Miami for a little bit, or were you mostly up here?
We moved to Palm Beach West Palm Beach. There's a clear distinction between the two, obviously.
right.
But yeah, West Palm Beach, we moved when I was 6, 7.
Okay.
When I really started playing more. But I hated it then too. I had this really, really huge. I was scared of him because of the size. Like, he was just big, fat, like horrible personality guitar teacher. He was like everything I didn't want to be when I started teaching guitar. I was like, I'm going to do everything the opposite of what he did because it just like repelled me from playing. And my cousin and I, we took lessons from this guy. It was like through our church. And my cousin ended up telling his mom, he's like, I don't want to take lessons from this guy anymore. And I continued going because my dad was like, you're going to play. And it kind of backfired on my dad, though, because when I was in high school, he was like, you're going to study. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'm going to play.
Yeah, this is your fault.
But no, like it was always something at first that I didn't like. My cousin really started getting good and getting a lot of attention, and I would see the family kind of crowded around him and all the attention he got, and I was like, I want that attention too. So I started playing and got kind of his hand-me-down lessons from, he was taking lessons at Melody Acres back in Lake Worth, right over by the Lantana Airport. If you guys, I don't know if you've ever heard of that place, but it's been around for years. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but so yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. And I really started at that point. My cousin and I started writing music. He's a super talented writer, and we put a band called Vertigo Lost together. And we played the Spanky's Battle of the Bands in downtown West Palm Beach when we were about
God.
14.
There's a
15.
club I haven't heard about in a
Yeah.
long time.
You
Spankies.
know you've been around when you drop
Yeah.
a place that don't exist anymore.
Yeah, man. Every place that I played when I was a kid is gone now. And we started playing, shows or gigs back then. I guess they technically were shows. I was talking to somebody about the distinction between a gig and a show the other day. And like, a gig is like where you're paid to play music, but it's somebody else's music. In my opinion, that's just what it is. It's a cover thing. You're kind of a wallflower, your background noise or whatever. But a show is where you're playing your own original material and you are there to rock the fuck out, And so I make a pretty clear distinction between the two, and I'm kind of a weirdo about it. Like when somebody's like, oh, I've got a show tonight. And I'm like, no, you don't. You've got a fucking gig. Like, it's totally different. But yeah, lately I've gotten more gigs than shows, and that's kind of because I've taken a little personal hiatus from writing original music by myself. I was part of a duo, June Dragon. We were playing for a while. We were doing a lot of gigs, some shows here and there, and really not as many shows as I wanted to do. And we were getting gigs, and so we're putting that on hold. That's with another artist named Junebug. So she's kind of doing her own thing now, and I'm doing my own thing. And I put out about 8 songs over the past couple years by myself. And the idea right now is I'm in the process of writing future material here, and I plan on recording that January, February next year, and kind of re-releasing the 7 songs. It's kind of a loose leaf EP, if you will, where it was dropped individually, and so I'm going to put everything on one album, and there will be another 8 to 12 songs that I have to kind of tie up still. I'm still in the process of finishing a couple of them and writing a couple of them. So
you guys got some things to commiserate about at the moment. It sounds
Absolutely.
like. So the this material that you're going to be putting down, is it solo? You putting additional musicians behind you? What's involved?
So that's a good question. And I was talking to my cousin today that I just mentioned about it. And we, I think, are going to put a band together for both of us. And so it'll be kind of like my solo thing, his solo thing, and we're just going to support each other and try to, I know a couple other bands in the scene, Bomb the Algorithm and Nina's Yard Party.
Yep.
And they all kind of intermingle and support each other and help each other out. And so I stole the idea from them, which is, great idea.
Yeah.
And they're a great outfit. Those guys, they're awesome. All part of the 561 clique,
Right. Yep.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. 2 artists with the same backing band streamlines the entire show.
Yeah. So my cousin is Joe Martin, and expect to see some new music released from him over the next
that name.
4 or 5 months. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know him, but I've heard the name for sure.
So what's describe the style of music that we're talking about here? Right.
So that's always been my biggest challenge. I'm a lover of literally every genre of music, as long as it's just done well, and you can hear the passion and enthusiasm behind it. That's what I like. Everything from bossa nova to reggae, rock and roll, country, heavy metal, hardcore. I like it all, and so I try to incorporate elements of everything in my music. And it makes it really hard when you go to a distribution place like CD Baby or DistroKid, and then they want you to classify your music. And it's like, well, I've got a jazz song, I've got a hardcore song, I've got a blues song, I've got a reggae song. But I do a lot of reggae. That's kind of been my predominant genre that I always kind of fall back on. Even if I will start writing a song in like a rock tone or a folk tone, it ends up becoming a reggae song somehow or another, somewhere along the line.
Very cool. So that's like throw this over to here I don't. Did we already do introductions here? The Ghost and the Aux?
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm sure. Yeah. This is Ghost.
I feel like him and
yeah.
Mike Farrow would get along musically.
Well,
very
yeah,
well.
for sure. There's a lot. Yeah, they definitely go with it. And I think, but what I was just thinking about, Devin, was our last week's guest, Keith from Up With It. He talked about jazz, funk, and Miles Davis influence. They got a horns player, fusion.
Nice.
And it's like, and they opened up for a Tool tribute band down at Revolution and Terra Firmata, and there were people were like, how does this work with this? And it just worked, right? Because it was definitely
So I'm thinking of the band Yes.
Oh yeah.
The iteration of that band that
Yes.
put out the album
C.
90126 or whatever. What is that the name of it? 90126. It was basically the guys who wrote the album were Trevor Rabin and Chris Squire.
Yeah.
And it wasn't intended to be a Yes project. It was just a project. And there was like a rock tune, a reggae song, like an easy listening song, a blues tune. And they got John Anderson to sing on it. And they were like, if you listen to these songs without John on it, it's nothing. None of them sound anything like each other. But you put John's vocal on there, and then all of a sudden, all the songs are prog rock.
Yeah, it gives it that
Gives it the
continuity.
glue, the continuity. Yeah, and it's true. Like, and I never even thought about it until they mentioned it. But you listen to what the style of each one of those songs are, and none of them are even remotely similar. But they all work together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So your music may end up in that type of situation.
yeah. I even like hip hop too, and it's funny because in a lot of circles right now, if you're playing live music and you're in a band, they really kind of shun the hip hop guys, and I feel bad for them because there's a lot of work that goes into that, and some of these guys are fucking awesome. They're really, really good. They can riff and jam out and improvise just like rock and jazz musicians, and so I actually do a lot in the hip hop world too. I like to produce beats. I like to jam out and improvise and play my guitar and be backing music for guys that are freestyle rapping. And I've got another good buddy of mine, Doppler. He's an up and coming rapper right now. He's fucking awesome. If you guys haven't heard him, Benny Stings is another one that I work with, and these guys are super talented guys, man. And their music is it's awesome.
Cool. It's interesting. So there's a lot of, and I think Keith was talking about that, was like they had done some shows downtown West Palm and even doing some things at Respectables too, right? Again, we all know Respectables, right? And if you don't, right?
Yeah, and Propaganda's doing a lot down at Lake Worth too.
Yeah.
A lot of hip hop shows.
We talk about it from the blues aspect, with why am I drawing a blank? Little blues bar there, right there across from Propaganda, the Bamboo Room and Rudy's.
Rudy's, yeah.
That whole little block area there. It's a pretty cool. You can bounce in and out. And I remember they had done a few years ago a little festival where they had some street stages, and then they had some music over in Propaganda, and then they had some music over here. And I remember going down to see a street music that was on the street stage. And then going into Propaganda to see Octo Gatto. You ever hear that band?
No.
And so yeah, it was kind of a, but they were in the stage there. So that I always find really cool is that it doesn't exist in Jupiter. It's not, the venues aren't close enough to be able to walk and bounce around.
Yeah.
Maybe here Double Roads and Wolfie's maybe, and then even the Food Shack the Food Shack.
Yeah, Guanabana's.
It's walking. Then they have the golf cart now, and you can bounce around.
I feel like there's a parallel but like kind of separate scene for the rap and hip hop and for the metal bands, because a lot of places are way more judgmental of those genres, or like don't really want it for their venue and stuff.
There's
specific places that are more geared towards it.
Yeah, they're more likely to have problems because metal is violent, and hip hop, isn't violent itself, but a lot of violent people like hip hop.
What are you gonna say, Spire?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a different crowd, that's for sure, and it seems to be that they have been separate for years, but separate but equal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love hip hop music, and I'll never stop. And but there's sort of like a context where it's more appropriate, and it's kind of weird. Like I feel like if I were going into at my 9 to 5 a business meeting, I wouldn't be blasting Tupac or something like that. It's just
I might.
Yeah, well, maybe I would. You're right.
That's where you got to do negotiations.
That's what headphones are for.
My experience with this is from hosting open mics and talking to different venue owners and stuff, and some of them are like, yeah, I don't want this kind of music and this kind of music, but everything else is cool. and it's usually metal, like hardcore stuff, and rap.
Yep.
They don't really want people coming in with tracks on their phone and freestyling and stuff, and then they don't want people going crazy on their amps and being
moshing,
loud.
right? Yeah.
Like I don't. They just are more biased against those.
Yeah.
Even at open mics, which is like the whole point of an open mic.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Well, hence the whole purpose of the classification of being underground. Like mainstream people just don't want you around.
No.
They don't want you around, Evan. That's I think what Kevin said. That's what I heard. That's
If
what
you're
that's what I heard.
if you're into underground stuff, you're
Oh.
actually underground, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I played with
Not
dirt as a kid.
Yeah.
I was into the underground. I played Minecraft.
Yeah. So he. So Devin runs a open mic up in Stewart on Monday night. Every other Monday nights.
Not anymore.
Okay, never mind about that. Ixnay on that A. So he does not run an
He's
open
gone
mic.
underground.
Yeah, he's just now doing it in his.
He's doing it here now, right?
Yeah, that's
It's a closed mic night.
Looking for a new place to do it.
that's right. So
Yeah.
All you got to do is find a place that doesn't have anybody in it, and sell them on the fact that you're going to put a bunch of people in it. And I'd be like, really? Oh, and then you say yes.
Bunch of rappers and metal guys.
Yeah.
Bunch
Rap
of,
metal.
a bunch
Yeah.
of peace-loving hippie beatnik poetry readers.
are we bringing back
combat
Anthrax and
boots on.
Public Enemy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, boy. Right.
You're
Yeah.
looking kind of
Ghetto-ish.
yeah. Look what you're with your
Hip-hop-
drums and
hip-hop-ish.
hat on.
I know why. I felt like it's getting
Ghetto-ish.
it's winter time, man. It's it's getting a
Got
little
his
chilly.
hip
out
hop
there.
costume
That's right.
on.
That's right. Well, I wore the white shades on the JNC podcast, and I thought I had a good look going on there on the when we were on the show there together in the Lager Night Fest.
The
thing.
beer tasting
Beer
episode.
test. Yeah, that's right. So, speaking of JNC, our little buddy there will be turning 41, the big 4-1 tomorrow.
Yes,
That's right. His New Year's Eve show. So
It's New Year's Eve.
that's right.
show.
Yeah. So
Oh, my.
tune in. You never know who you may see on that New Year's Eve show. That's all I'll just say. Just leaving it there. Yeah. So forth. But JP, the scene. I mean, so obviously you're part of the scene here in West Palm. You've been around it, and what would you kind of give the assessment over the last maybe 10, 20 years or so? What's your thoughts on how the scene has changed, or good or bad or whatever?
It's changed a lot. I think there's a lot more intermingling than before. Like it used to be a lot more separate with the different various genres, and now you see a lot more people supporting each other, which is great. And some of the kids that are the younger bands now that are coming out, Maximum Friction. I mean, these guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out.
yeah,
that's right.
they're all really, really good. We've had some really awesome music schools around the area. School of Rock, 561 Music. They're putting out some rippers, man. These guys they're awesome. It's like I remember the Hit Factory in Miami, the studio. This is like the version of that, but with music school. And they're putting guys out there that are just awesome.
Yeah, there's and that's because I live down here. Kevin's been in the St. Lucie Treasure Coast area for his whole life, and then so I haven't been as aware of some of the music scene in the Treasure Coast. It's like it's phenomenal, and that the West Palm it's some of the penetration to go move further south for the Treasure Coast musicians. It's like, wow, damn, there's a lot of fucking really good musicians in the Treasure Coast.
There really are. And you've got guys like Bryce Allen, he's playing both areas.
Yep,
and he's
right.
got a great following in both areas too. So it's cool. There's been a blending of that lately. I feel like 15, 20 years ago, I mean, at least for me, I was strictly playing that Clematis strip. Ray's Downtown Blues and Spanky's.
Oh my God.
None of these places even exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's sad. But
Respectables is still there.
Respects is still there.
Yeah.
Long live
Yeah.
Respectables.
Thank God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Great
Absolutely.
place.
Yeah,
So,
I used to play Respectables quite a bit with an old scene guy named Chris Martin. He had a band called Words Now Heard, and he was just like awesome acoustic kind of like Dashboard Confessional, if you guys have ever touched on that at all. But I used to play at Respectables all the time.
It's Dashboard Confessional is very much, it's like
Emo acoustic.
Yeah, and even like the 90s music is like, well, like this resurgence of Creed, right? It's all of a sudden, it's like, you're old when you're, getting the band back together and you're going to these shows like, I remember seeing Creed in the, late 90s, and then all of a sudden they're huge again. Or
they're having their 30th anniversary tour.
You're like, God, what the hell happened to me?
Wow, it was just yesterday when they bought their first album.
Yeah.
So
Scott Stapp has had an interesting career in life too. If you start looking at him, I was never like, I shouldn't say never, but when I was like 13 or 14, it was okay. I'd listen to it and learn the songs just because it was kind of in popular demand. Right. Exactly. But as I got older, I was like, no Creed for me, and now though I look at the guy's career, I look at all the hits they put out and all the recordings they've done, and you got to respect it. It's a lot.
Everybody loves to hate him and hates to love him.
Hey man, they're making the money, they're doing their thing, making money, and it's at least somebody's talking about you. So if you're being hated, that means you're still being part of the conversation. So here's one I'll throw at you then.
Nickelback went through the same thing.
Well, there you go. I was just gonna say Creed or Nickelback.
Man, that's God.
Which one is reviled for their greatness more?
Yeah,
hard to tell.
And I'm sure you're right. Nickelback's like, go ahead, man. They're still
Nickelback is still sort of relevant, though.
But they're, they got a bad rap, but they are a pretty rocking band. You do some of the other songs that are not the radio's kind of mushy, friendly stuff, right?
I'm gonna choose Creed out of the two, and the reason why is just from a guitar player's perspective, because Mike Tremonti, he forged a name for himself in the rock community as like a guitar player.
Right.
His name is as big as Creed.
And I don't know who the fuck the guitar player is for Nickelback.
Yeah.
I have no idea who he is.
Well, that's a duo, right? Mr. Nickel and Mr. Beck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Good one. Nice. But
Did somebody say Picklebacks?
Yeah.
Oh, Picklebacks.
Yeah, that's Nickelback's brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're twins.
Okay, perfect.
Nickel and Pickle back.
Yes. No, you don't get the reference. No.
You don't know a pickleback it's a drink.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, see,
it's where you do a shot of whiskey and then a shot of
drink.
pickle juice.
It's been about. See, I don't count days or anything fancy like that, but it's been over 6 years now since I've had a drink.
Okay,
rock on, man.
Cool.
Yeah, and I obviously hang out with you degenerates, so
Whoa! That's a little early in the conversation to be calling us degenerates. Wow.
But no, I have no.
He's definitely comfortable now. Yeah, we were talking about icebreaker.
Them's fighting words.
Oh man!
Did you just hit his? Did you just hit his tire?
I love.
Are you the guy in the minivan?
No, wait, let me go ahead and call that pickup truck and have him drag yours off.
But I just about all my friends, do what they do, and I don't judge. I don't care. You know?
It is definitely, I figured, right, you're probably millennial if you had to put a, right.
Wait, a what? A what?
Yeah, that's exactly what
it's too many L's in that word.
Hey, let me help you.
That word. That's a lot of, I need some speaking juice. But there's a lot that
Zennial is actually, I believe, the
term. Gen Zs, right? And
a Zennial?
There's a lot that
Zennial is between millennial and Z,
right?
Exactly.
Right on the edge, right?
On the cusp.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Wait, so how old are you?
So you're Gen Z with your millennial
1983.
setting.
Yeah. So
it's like in the horoscope. You're Gen Z, but your millennial is setting.
You're millennials in retrograde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're
like
a millennial and your Gen Z is rising.
Yeah. Oh. All right, can I wait? Hold on, I because I'm definitely gonna forget this. So
my
I'm gonna make
moon
it.
is in.
That sounded worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Your
well,
Gen Z is rising.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go now.
watch that.
Now that you
may have to
open the
stand
door,
up.
Kevin, because I'm gonna go there, right? So of course, because it was on Facebook and on the internet, I believe it. So there was some post, New York Post or something that said that there was a spider in Australia that if it bites you, it's like an excruciating pain that you need medical attention because it's like the venom, the pain, but. The side
Tell me it makes you like Trump or something.
The side effect they say is it some reason because it in something with your senses.
Gives you priapism?
Oh, I know this story.
It gives you a 4-hour erection.
Yeah.
This is a real thing. I've heard of this.
So that spider is going to be the hottest
So
thing
Tracy's
on the
like,
market.
go get some spiders or
Yeah, they're
arachnophobia up
selling
in this
them on the
bitch.
corner in the villages.
This week's episode is sponsored by Arachnachew.
Yeah, that's right. Take this little blue.
Is it like every podcast now that mentions the villages?
We did. We
it's
talked
so
about it on
funny,
this
yeah.
one. Yeah,
we talk
did.
about
Yeah.
them.
I
That's
heard a
Party
story
Central.
about
That's
the
right.
villages from Ben and Hector on 561 podcast too. They told me a good one. But
That's a party city right
That's
there.
right. Yeah,
Man,
those
people are getting down, huh?
It's
Yeah.
we hit have a conversation about loofah's colors and all that. And
You had a rant on your own. About
yeah, that's
it,
right.
by
Yeah,
yourself
hey,
without
look,
anyone participating.
I'm cultured. I'm in the know. Okay,
Okay.
Upside down
Yeah,
pineapples.
that's right.
Yeah, all
that's right.
kinds of secret signs. Nobody knows what they mean.
Yeah.
It means you're swingers or
Yeah,
whatever. They
Kevin's
do.
old school. You know, he just walks up to and say, "Do you want to fuck?" You know, he just cuts right to it. Yes. No. Are you a little more subtle?
Sometimes.
I know. Got to be careful what you say.
Depends on how much time I have.
Be in your. That's pretty good. Hey, we're in between sets. You want to fuck?
Yeah, the bus is almost here. You wanna
Yeah.
fuck?
This is why Tracy's always with you. I see how this is.
Oh, yeah. Need some. I don't know. I'm gonna put the shovel down and just move on to the next subject.
Is she supposed to tame you? Is that the way that works?
Oh, he's way tamed. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, she's
yeah,
really she's in
totally.
charge. Yes. Yes.
What?
Anyway, how's those dolphins doing?
Your microphone was cutting in and out. I didn't hear what you said.
Dolphins, man. They're out of the playoffs, right? Isn't that?
Yeah,
Oh, they got knocked out of the playoffs?
They screwed the pooch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I know that is because of my son. I don't really follow sports.
I think for a minute there this year they didn't suck.
They were on a little bit of a run, and then as Dolphins do, that's why Hootie wrote a song and said the Dolphins make me cry. You know, you get excited. They shit the bed in the beginning. They start building up, and everyone gets excited, and then
It's kind of like Florida land development.
yeah.
Then maybe they're building something cool. Oh,
Oh damn! Another
that's
Walmart.
another
Oh, it's a
old
Publix.
folks' home.
yeah.
another villages.
Yeah, another villages.
But the going back to you said your son is that something music also kind of
Yeah,
there?
so
Right.
my son is 14. He took lessons at 561.
Okay.
And he plays guitar, he plays drums. He's got a good voice, but he would kill me for saying that, but he's actually really good at guitar and he
Okay.
likes to play. But he is he's different from me. He's not into performance. He doesn't want to play and show people. He does it for himself. I guess that's kind of like me too, because when I'm writing, I could give a shit about what anybody
Yeah.
thinks. I'm not writing to have any commerciality or anything like that. I'm just writing because I like to write. I like to play music.
Have you seen Rick Rubin's interview where he talks about exactly that?
So I'm low key like obsessed with Rick Rubin. I think he's pretty badass.
I
Like,
figured you'd heard of him since
Yeah.
you do what you do. And so that's what he talks about. He's like, if you're writing a song and you're doing it for any other reason than it works for you, that you like it, then you need to stop and just do it start again, because it can't be art if you're making it for another person's approval. It's only art if you are making it to satisfy your own artistic artistry.
Right. Yeah. So I have this weird ability. Like if I was told to write a jingle for a tow truck company, I could do it. That said, I would hate it. I would absolutely hate the way it sounds. But I could do it. Now, when I write music for myself and I put it out, it's exactly the way I want it to sound. It's not, and not to say that I think it's perfect or anything like that, but even the flaws are, like, to me, it's part of what makes it okay. I'm not the type of person that is like in Pro Tools, like sitting there, like bumping and nudging like crazy. Like I try to keep it pretty natural. I try to do takes to get good takes, not, I really don't want to go in and edit for 2 days, 3 days, one song. It's just not my style. But sometimes when I work with other artists, I end up having to do that, and it is what it is. But that's for them, not for me. When I'm writing and I'm creating, I really try to prescribe to that or stick to that Rick Rubin style. I said prescribe, subscribe.
You prescribe music for sanity. Me too. And I'm not being funny. Yes.
Yeah, it's
music is the prescription.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love music. I fell in love with it when I was a kid. When I was 4 and 5 years old, I loved Van Halen, and I'd hear Jump, and I'd start jumping all over the house, just like a little maniac, And
you get that, Paul? He was 5 in the 80s.
I did the math.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but I had a few bands with my cousin. Our first band, we would we would write songs, and then we would have shows. We would these were shows too. Remember the difference, At least it was our music we were playing. So we would put these shows together, and we would charge our parents to come to the show. And we'd
that's parental love right
It was fucking hilarious.
So wait, I got to give you a ride there, and you're charging me to get in?
Yeah. Well, the shows were usually at their homes. Yeah, it was at their house. Okay. So
You paid me to be in my own house.
And we'd usually go into their cabinets and get out like Crystal Light and make it, and then sell that to them at the show. So they had to pay admission and then buy our Crystal Light lemonade. That we made.
Pull clothes out of their closet, call it merch.
Yeah, exactly. And we, my cousin and I grew up in Loxahatchee. We had 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff. So we would make these like grand show entrances on the dirt bikes, and with our guitars on our back, and then
that's
cool.
That's what you need. Well, you did that with some of your bike week stuff, right? You roll in but you never actually had a guitar on your back, right? No.
Well, I have ridden with a guitar on my back, but not to a show, to a rehearsal. But my favorite story like that was back in the day. I was playing in a band called Crossbone, and we had a show during Bike Week, I guess it was, or I think I was at my niece's baptism in Daytona, Ormond Beach, actually. And so I rode straight from Ormond Beach to the show. It's at the place that's now called Filthy's in Vero. So here I am, 90 miles an hour all the way down, arriving 5 minutes late for the gig. And I don't know if you ride motorcycle or anything, but when you ride a long time on the highway, your hands start to go numb, and it feels like you got ants all over you up to the elbow. And so I walk in, and the band has already started. It's like, 9:05, and they started at 9. And my gear is all set up for me, and I'm stripping off all this leather, and everybody's looking at what the hell. And then I get up on stage, and I'm playing, and it was so rock and roll. Loved it.
That's cool.
That was cool. Yes, thanks, guys, for setting that up for me. But it was their fault for setting the gig too close to my niece's baptism.
When you walked in with all that leather on, did people think there was like a Chippendales show going on too?
Leather chaps.
Oh, yeah, Paul. All the women gathered around and started jumping up and down and clapping their hands. It always happens. When it goes
okay.
down.
That's right. The Thunder Down Under. Okay.
That's the way it went.
right, yeah.
Was this in the villages?
No, it was about 20 years ago, so
Yeah. So.
they hadn't started that yet.
So you're saying there's a chance. So JP, do you got any good stories? I know you've already shared a lot about some of your 4-wheeler gigs and things like that. I mean, you got any kind of good stories about like something from the road or playing down in the West Palm and I don't know this. I'm sure you've seen some crazy stuff.
So one time I was playing a show at Spanky's. And there was a Volkswagen Beetle. It was probably like a 75, 76 Beetle that was blocking. If you know that building, it's no longer, it's been leveled, but there was a road right beside it that all the bands would park on. And so you'd have like 5 or 6 cars, and whenever somebody would need to leave, whoever was closest to the road would have to back their car out and let everybody out. And it was like a fucking, like Chinese fire drill of cars, so to speak. And there was this Volkswagen Beetle, and we couldn't figure out whose car it was, and it was blocking all of us in. And so we went to it and pulled a Mentos commercial where we all got around the car, and we fucking lifted it and moved it out of the way. And we all drove out, and then we parked our cars right on Clematis Street. And then we went back and we moved it. But when we moved it, we turned it around. We about faced it so that they would know that their car got moved, and they would go back to the car and be like, what the fuck,
Wait a minute. Did I
and hopefully get a ticket for parking in the wrong direction.
Yeah, right. Well, it's not really a road. I say a road, but it's more like a
alley or something.
It was like an alleyway.
Yeah, okay.
Alleyway, yeah.
That'd be fun. Like, damn, how much did I have to drink?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
That was a fun one. I've had a couple incidents where I was playing at Ray's, and one time I was playing there, and somehow or another I cut my finger really bad, and I was bleeding, and I didn't even realize it, and it kind of hurt, and I was just so into the show I wasn't thinking, and I had at the time I had a black Telly with a white pick guard. And so the pick guard had blood all over it, and everybody's like looking at me like horrified. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? And I look down and see all this blood and realize my finger was bleeding. And so that was a good one. But
it seemed like
I've heard of this happening more than once.
I was going to say that.
This is a shared experience.
This
I feel like
this has come up on the show before. Like, somebody's just totally just, in the zone and bleeding all over the place. And,
Actually, science supports the idea that when you're in the zone, especially artistically, that your body desensitizes itself to your own bodily situation. So, like, if you feel pain, you're not really aware of it so much.
So it's almost like an outer body kind of.
And the best example of that, well, not the best, but an example of that helped me understand this is back in the day when the Allman Brothers, one of the tours that the Allman Brothers were doing, an early tour. Apparently, Greg Allman had a really bad cavity. He had a terrible toothache. And they were on tour that he couldn't go to the dentist. So that particular tour, all the shows went really long because as long as he was playing, he didn't have a toothache. But as soon as the show was over, it was like it came right back.
Oh, wow.
So like there was a period of one tour where they played super long shows, and that was the reason why.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Man, what a huge loss. I loved Greg Allman. Like he was, talk about influences, huge musical influence.
Oh yeah, huge influence on me for sure, and on most of the musical world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was lucky enough to see him at the amphitheater in downtown West Palm Beach, and it was definitely an experience. It was about 6 months after he had his liver transplant.
Oh, wow.
And then he was gone not too long after that. I think a year or two after he lived.
Yeah, I saw him with the Greg Allman Band. And then first time I saw him in high school as a freshman in high school. I wish I had understood what I was watching back then. They played in Palm City out on some farm out in the middle of nowhere in Palm City.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh,
This
that's cool.
with Dwayne as well? Or is it just before or after?
No, this
Okay.
was early 80s.
Yes, that was Dickie.
It was Dickie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the Toller brothers, I believe, in that time period that was in the band. But yeah, and also went to Rose Hill Cemetery less than maybe 6 months after the funeral, and you could still like the residual energy of that funeral was still palpable. Like you could almost see the crowd. It was like so powerful. If you're at all even a casual Allman Brothers fan, you have to go to Macon, Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the Allman Brothers Museum and go to Rose Hill Cemetery. It's a powerful, powerful experience.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. For my mother is like the biggest Allman Brothers fan you'll ever meet. And she knows every little piece of rock history associated with them.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You'll have to have her on the show.
Oh, there you go. We can have a mom show.
Yeah.
There you go.
We've been threatening to have his mother on the
Yeah.
show.
Cool.
No,
Do it.
She's a big music person. And we've had even like, it's about Southern rock. Good friend there, Brian Hill, Bubble Up's guitar works.
Yeah.
He was right
Was
at
he
the
tight with the Van
foundation
Zandt family?
of ground zero of Leonard Skinner growing up with the guys, being in that house and in Jacksonville and
Man, that's cool.
and his stories and just, and he's the connection to it and doing, being part of guitar teching and just the whole family there. And just recently I got a chance to stop by the house, and it's a historic monument is out front of the Skinner house in
Wow.
Jacksonville. Right.
Oh, okay.
I think it's actually still you can do Airbnb on it actually.
Yeah,
So
they've
it's-
Airbnb in it. Yeah.
we need to really
Yeah, you guys should
we
do a
need
show
to
there.
Do an episode from the
we need to-
Van Zandt house.
That would be
And go out to the,
Bring me
do
back
a
for
Orange
that
Park,
one.
go to
Yeah,
the
we'll
Hell
do-
House.
we'll do
I
a
think
tr-
the side of the Hell House is still there. The Hell House
Yes.
itself is gone, but
so
their rehearsal spot.
we need to we should do a McLoughlin kind of private show Airbnb thing. I don't know. Let's see if we can get away with. I'm sure. I don't know if we can pull that off.
That would be cool.
That'd be pretty. I know it would mean a lot to you, right? Because
No question.
because you're definitely again. I didn't move to Florida until early '90s, but just being grown up, Southern rock and everything else, that kind of a big foundation for you. So, all right, there we go. Maybe we have some New Year's resolutions we're cooking up here on the end of the year show, and
And we have
Yes.
I have a slogan for 2026.
okay.
Is 2024 was the year of more. Still alive in 25. We're actually on our third slogan. What? Successful
Oh,
arrive. Well,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah,
even
there you
better
go.
than
Yeah,
staying alive.
that's right. Yeah,
Successful
yeah,
arrive in
yeah,
25.
yeah.
Now 26 is we're going to get more clicks in 26.
Oh, there you go. All right,
That's good.
Good.
I like it.
As a matter of fact, Paul's going to hit the bricks to get us more clicks in 2026.
That's right. Yeah. And Devin's gonna get more chicks in 26.
We're gonna flip some bricks. 26.
There you go.
Pick up sticks.
Is that what you kids call it nowadays? Flipping bricks.
So, JP, what do you got coming up? I mean, you talking about music? You got working on here. What does the new year look like? What does January? The first part of the year look like for you?
So that'll be recording time.
Okay.
Designated
Yeah.
recording time. Yeah. I'm finishing up the writing process right
Okay.
now and hope to be done by end of the year, and then I'll start production in
Okay.
January, early January. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Steph, we'd like to invite you out to the some of the blues events, shows, and things like that, and so forth. I think it'd
Yeah,
be good to kind of
absolutely.
plug in some of the.
Oh, it'd be
this
my
We've
way.
got a
pleasure.
bunch coming up that are really good.
Yeah, and then we're getting a few events down this way too, right? Because we mostly been doing a lot of stuff in Fort Pierce. and now
Yeah.
that-
So if you're not aware, if this is your first episode, we've got 115 others you may want to check out as well. But we are the official podcast of the Treasure Coast Blues Society.
Ooh, cool.
And you can see what they're doing just by typing in tcblues.org. And Paul and I are both on the board for that organization.
Hopefully, there's a link in the description for that, right?
Maybe it
Paul?
would be right here.
yeah. Let me timestamp that because you never do that for me.
Timestamp. We did it now.
58 minutes.
It's 9:39.
That clock that still hasn't been fixed since the last time.
That looks like the clock that was in my 3rd grade classroom, actually.
It is. I paid extra for that.
Damn. You guys are good.
Yeah, publicschool.com. We bought it.
That explains it all.
We bought it at the auction for 12 cents.
Kevin, why do you have
Yeah.
so many results for publicschool.com in your search history?
Jeez.
Because I got a family that goes to school. My sister works for the school system. Keeping
Wow.
up with my sister.
Yeah, thanks, Devin, for
That
making that
didn't help.
awkward.
Anyway,
Yeah, that clock.
Go ahead and finish your thing there. Yeah, blues. Right, we're part of the
yeah,
board.
so check out the Blues. The Treasure Coast Blues Society is part of blues.org, which is an international organization. And the whole mantra is keeping the blues alive.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if that's something that you
Yeah,
got some
I dig
blues
it.
blues aspect on it, September, October next year, there'll be another competition.
International Blues Challenge is done
Right,
wherever
region-
there's a blues society.
Right. So there's a regional event and solo and duo bands that kind of compete and then
That's awesome.
and it
Play
gets
the
sent to
blues.
yeah. So
Cool.
So I'm sure I know now. I know there's a lot more we can talk about here. So do you got time to come back next week?
In the
Yeah.
new year.
Yeah, the new year, right? So yeah.
Oh, man. You guys are the best. Absolutely.
All
My
right,
pleasure.
yeah. All right,
Yes,
cool.
please.
Yeah.
Well, before we put this to an end,
Yes.
that sounded ominous. I want to plug my
Before we
birthday.
end it all,
Yes, we're going to put it. We're going to end it all right here. It's my birthday weekend next weekend.
Oh. What do
So
you
I've
have
got a
planned?
small series of shows to celebrate,
Okay.
Sweet.
and I've got them right here on my calendar.
All right, there
the
you go.
birthday tour.
Right. This is exactly why we have a podcast to promote our own stuff, right?
Yeah. What else would we do?
Why not?
Friday, January 2nd, the Kevin McLoughlin Band is playing at Charlie's in Stuart, Florida, 8 o'clock. Saturday, January 3rd, my actual birthday, I'm performing solo at the Pie Hole Pizza in Fort Pierce, Florida, out on the beach.
Nice.
And then January 4th, which is a Sunday, I'm playing from 1 to 4 at the Rockin' Riverwalk in Stewart.
Yeah, it's 2 years in a row you doing that.
2 years in a well, I play it every year, but this is 2 years in a row I've done it on my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
And that's a fun show.
Cool.
So, yeah, come out, buy me something for my birthday, or just show up and have a good time because it's going to be a blast. Either way, you're welcome to be there. And don't miss out on the fun because it will be as much fun as a human can stay conscious for.
So either come out and see Kevin's show, either buy him a drink or buy some merch.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
There you
help us pay our merch bill. That would be great.
Sweet.
Because our Jack Daniels sponsorship hasn't kicked in yet.
It was supposed to be an album release party, but all the orange barrels all year. The construction of my album has been a lot like a Florida road, like evidence that there's work being done, but nobody's actually doing anything.
Oh, so are you recording this at the DOT studios?
Yeah, actually, yes. OrangeBarrelProductions.com.
Too funny. So yeah, so here we are. End of, like I said, it was feel like a long year. Again, here we are at the end of the month, end of the year. Yeah, do we have a little bit of little
course.
final toast here
More cheer.
of the 2025 so forth as a
Final drink together in
That's
2025.
Right.
Did success arrive in 25? Did we fulfill our prophecy?
Yeah. Well, we said success, and that
we
could be
are
defined.
staying alive.
Well,
we did stay alive in 25.
So that's success, right? Yeah. So that's true.
And success did arrive in a number of forms.
That's true. That's right.
Staying alive is a form of success if you're
right.
trying to stay alive.
Right. So,
And it just goes downhill from there.
right.
We have way more subscribers than we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
More people are watching this episode than ever before.
We got people tuning in on our Patreon page there. So definitely check that out, like, subscribe, and listen on our audio podcast as well. We have an audio format as well. Check out the Patreon. We put some goodies out there as well, too, for the Patreon
And
members.
Paul has finally decided on his look.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be his style is discount M&M.
Yeah, just M.
These Reese's Pieces.
Actually, you look like the guys from Sublime. Kinda.
Oh, there you
like
go.
Eric Wilson-ish.
Okay.
you know.
All right. Okay. That's better than M&M's just with the M's rubbed off on the candy.
Yeah. Melt in your hand, not in your mouth.
So JP, thanks for coming on here. We'll chat more next week.
Thanks for having me.
So have a safe New Year's there. We'll see you next week on the show. And
So here's to 25, and here's to more clicks in 26.